Alright, so today on the bench, look at this thing. We've got an Aria Pro 2, the XR series in electrics. This video is brought to you by Swiss Picks. It's not just a pick, it's a science. Available at ZIMM'S Guitars or at www.swisspicks.com. This guitar, I used to own this guitar. And my customer came in yesterday, made some trades, and it ended up coming back into the store. So I don't mind selling a guitar twice if it comes in and, you know, somebody's played it for a couple of years and then they trade it back in. That's just fine with me. But what has happened here, of course we need to put new strings on it and shine it all up. But what's happened here is the pickup right here, the cover has broken right there, and so it's sticking up here and it's hitting the string. So I have to somehow figure out how to either pull the covers off of here or else try to fix that somehow. So, okay, here we go. Wish me luck. Let's start with getting the strings off of here. Oh, and he's got some stuff strung up on here the wrong way. So he's got his three high strings are wrapped around this way instead of around this way. You gotta keep an eye out on that. That's unusual out of him. He's a good customer and he plays a lot of guitars, so that kind of surprised me that he's got his strings wrapped around the wrong direction. But let's get these things off of here. Look at that, 3 at a time. Let's see if we need to take the back plate off to get these out of here. There we go. Nice. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So it's broken on that end, so let me take this end off of here. I might have something laying around that I can use for this. Yeah, so here's what we're up against right here. That is broken. And I think I see glue residue already. So maybe that's my plan, is to super glue it. Okay, so here's my options now. So this cover is broken, and I've tried to glue it and it's not going to work. But I do have just some regular single coil covers, and I could put one of those in there. But in order to make this look right, I have to swap this one out too. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and my problem is I might only have white ones. And I don't know if it's going to look good, but no, let me... Here's one right here, maybe. Okay. So maybe I can just replace them both with these, and that'll look pretty good. So let's see if I can do that. So I got to go ahead and pull this one off. They're being a little bit difficult for me. Okay, come on. It's fun to see somebody struggle, isn't it? There we go. Got that one. There it is. Okay, let's see how this looks on there. Hey, that looks good. Okay, pole pieces line up good. I think we're going to be okay here. This is always that if you wish you had 3 hands. Let's see now. I can get these to go in the right hole. Okay, so that looks better. I mean, you know, what can you do when one of these is broke? It's never really going to be right. I tried to super glue it. It's not going to work. But now I have this one that I can put with my parts. And I have an extra part now, in case I get another one of these things. Alright, so let's just clean it up. Polish the frets a little bit. And put strings on it. So, I'm just going to go ahead and spray some furniture polish on this one, just to get us started, getting the dirt off of here. These pickup rings that I just put on, we're going to have to, after we get the strings on them, then we can adjust all the height on there. But I kind of like how that looks compared to the pickups that are completely covered. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. It was a shame that we couldn't use all the original parts. But sometimes you just can't use all the original parts. It's just how it is. And I think on a guitar like this, that is a, you know, I mean, I'd have to look them up to see for sure, but I think this is like a $300 guitar. Those guys that are interested in preserving their guitar and keeping all the original parts on it, I don't know if that matters too much on a $300 guitar. You guys know what I'm saying? All right. So on these fret ends, let's take a look at these fret ends. Now this has the binding, but there's a little bit of roughness on some of them. So I think what I can do is I have my brand new StewMac fret file, and it has a nice rounded and a flat edge on one side. The top is kind of rounded. So what I do is I just kind of go along, and with one swipe I just kind of hit these fret ends and kind of round them around. You know, kind of round them off. Round them around. It's early in the morning, guys. I'm not able to talk yet. Half the stuff I say is babble. Apologize about that. Okay, some of these have already sort of, they're kind of small already. And this guitar does have the binding. But overall, I think we're pretty safe with this file, where we're not going to damage that binding along here. So that feels better right there. There's a lot up in this neighborhood that's kind of tough to get to. Here's what I do on that. We'll put some painter's tape across here. And then, you know, I have the StewMac micro mesh that I use. And I'm just going to do this. Much better. See, it just takes a little bit sometimes. A little bit of extra care. Because the whole purpose of this is to get the guitar ready to resell. And so, you know, I want it to play really good. I don't want a bunch of guitars in my shop that, you know, they all need fretwork and stuff like that. I want my customers to pick up, it doesn't matter what guitar is in here, I want them to be able to pick that up and have really nice, smooth fret ends on every guitar in the shop. And usually my inventory, I can usually keep about 200 of them or so in here. So this is just some 1000 grit sandpaper that I've folded over a couple of times. And then I have my fret guard right here. And this just kind of smooths them out and cleans them up. I'm really not taking any of the material off the actual fret. Just trying to get the top layer of dirt off of here. Yeah, some of these frets, they don't look too bad. Okay, got to change hands. Okay, let's change to the smaller size. Okay, right, nice and shiny now. Turns out pretty good. Okay, so one more step on that fretboard. We've got some Music Nomad F1 oil. And I'm just going to put a couple of drops here and there. And then with a paper towel, just going to spread this on. And I've had one of my viewers, he left it in a comment and he called me, and he said that he has a sponge that he keeps in a dish that he can close it up and keep it airtight. And he uses that sponge, he puts his F1 oil on that sponge. Then after he's done cleaning the neck, he puts that sponge back in a, you know, a nice tight, sealed, airtight container. And he uses it all the time. And so his F1 oil, he's been able to keep the same bottle for years and years now. This is a good looking fingerboard. It's got a nice knot right here in it. And it kind of goes this direction. Today's string choice. Okay, so today's string choice, Ernie Ball Super Slinky. 9 through 42. Made right here in Coachella, California. Well, the strings are made in the USA. Their Ernie Ball headquarters are in Coachella, California. Okay. So let's get this low E string through here. There it goes. Our A string is a 32 gauge. Our D string is 24 gauge, and the W means that the string is wound. It's a wound string. So the string has a center core, and then it has string wrapped around that center core. And we got a little ad right here for the Earthwood acoustic guitar strings by Ernie Ball. I sell a lot of Earthwood Ernie Ball strings. They are my best seller when it comes to acoustic strings. And when it comes to electric strings, I sell more Ernie Ball strings than any other brand. Probably twice as many than any other brand. Alright guys, so I think it's Aria Pro from the early 2000s, maybe it's the late 90s. We changed the pickup covers because the pickup cover was broken, and put some new strings on it. Plays great. It's down here at ZIMM'S Guitars in Mesa, Arizona. I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and watching this video. And hit the old thumbs up button for me, okay guys? And remember to go out and buy a guitar.